For over a decade, one of our display windows looked like this. But nothing lasts forever. See the Svengoolie tribute window at Alternate Reality.
Coming up next is Marvel News number
154.
Going to be a Marvel Universe update. We're going to talk about Gary Friedrich's Tilting at Windmills with Marvel Comics and the legal system. Also, we're going to talk about the return of the Contest of Champions. Then we're going to talk about the next story arc that's going on in Iron Man after the Secret Origin of Iron Man. And we're going to wrap it all up with the return of the Reverend Queen over in X-Force. All that and more coming right up. Help us here at Alternate Reality to improve your kids' grades. Now, we know that good grades deserve a reward, and that's why we have the Alternate Reality Good Grades Club here at the store. If you have a grade schooler in the Chicagoland area, either city or suburbs, bring in their report card and we'll issue you one of these. Alternate Reality Good Grades Club card. Now, for each A, your grade schooler will receive a 2% discount, and for each B, a 1% discount. Now, based on this report card, this grade schooler is going to get an 11% discount here at the store for everything, all the time, all year long. So come on down to Alternate Reality because good grades deserve a reward.
If knowledge is power, then explain these two. Here's Comic Book Man and Bo with Marvel knowledge.
Lunacy runs in my family. Insanity saunters. Marvel Comic Book News, episode 154. Intentionally arbitrary.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. Bo Cephas!
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's Marvel News time.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Marvel News, coming to you from this place, the former home of Hero Land Comics. Once upon a time, there was a man named Lee Tennant. Lee had a dream. Lee's dream was to open up Hero Land Comics, and he opened it up right here. No, not in the U.S. Post Office. When this building first went up, it was the U.S. Post Office, the Worth Post Office, which is a suburb, by the way, of the city of Chicago, Worth Post Office, and it had a retail space attached to it. And in that retail space was Hero Land Comics. And it operated here from the mid 80s through the early 90s. Run by Lee Tennant. It's gone now, and so is Lee. Lee is no longer with us. Lee passed away back in the late 90s. But we're here today from Alternate Reality, where all my new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone, especially my Marvel comics. Bo!
You know, I thought this would have been a better location for a nacho bar.
Nacho bar, nacho in letters. Bo!
Yes.
Marvel is going to do what with Ghost Rider, and Gary Friedrichs is going to hate it.
Well, the Second Circuit Court of Appeal overturned this thing. I'm getting to this. In 2011, a judge basically said Gary Friedrich had no rights whatsoever to Ghost Rider because he signed over those rights when he signed his checks that Marvel gave him for working on the stuff.
Your soul is ours.
Second Circuit Court of Appeals overturned the decision, and so Marvel said, okay, we want a jury trial to figure all this out. So on November the 4th, which is the day before the Thor movie opens,
Timing!
they're going to defend their ownership to Ghost Rider. Now, Gary Friedrich claims...
So you'll have two news stories in November. Thor's opening, Marvel's crushing Gary Friedrich.
Well, Friedrich basically said the copyright reverted to him because, like a couple years ago, the problem with Friedrich's claim then, the problem with Friedrich's claim now is it's public record that the character was co-created with Roy Thomas and Mike Klug, neither of which have denied that Marvel owns the character. So Friedrich is like the one guy going, windmill, windmill, windmill.
Son of a...
Well, Gary, you know, Mr. Friedrich, Gary, you know, has his right to appeal this as an American citizen.
He has his right
every right in the world to do this.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And personally, I hope he wins, but I don't think he has a chance in hell. But
like I
hope he wins.
Mike Klug has said absolutely nothing about this, and neither has Roy Thomas. And actually, both of them have been working since then. And Friedrich kind of disappeared and Ghost Rider went away.
Yeah, well, okay. Our next story up, if you like Contest of Champions back in the 1980s, the early 1980s, about the time that Lee Tennant was thinking about opening up Hero Land Comics, you're going to love this story.
Mind Management's Matt Kent, he's working at Image, he's working at DC, I think he's working at Dynamite, and now he's working at Marvel! He and Sword Steven Sanders are going to do a 4-issue limited series called Infinity the Hunt, which is a brand new take on Contest of Champions, and will deal with some brand new characters and a lot of characters who have been seen in Wolverine and the X-Men.
Okay. And that's coming when?
That is coming in September.
Coming in September. Okay.
Big deal.
Reverend Queen over in X-Force. So those of you who have missed her, it's a her, right?
She's coming back. She's a queen, so duh.
Whoa, that doesn't mean anything.
Well, not that
There are many definitions for the word queen.
Justice Roberts defined the word
Yes.
queen.
Well, there you go. And there you go.
Yeah, she had a breast.
This is the year 2013. We have the Roberts Court, and Disney owns Marvel. So you can take that wherever you want.
So, we've already seen the return of the Revenants. We're going to meet the Revenant Queen. We're going to learn more about the White Owl, who has a major connection to a big deal major X-Men villain. Now, Uncanny X-Force 7 through 9 will have art shared by two guys. Adrian Alphona, who do Runaways and kind of went away for a while. And now Marvel said, you want to draw comics again? He said, yeah, I'm back. And Dagobor Chalak are going to share the book. But Raymond Perez, who just got finished drawing Wolverine and the X-Men, he'll be taking over the regular art on the book with issue number 10. And yes, Bishop is still crazy in that series.
In the head?
He's messed up.
Okay. You know, I was thinking, Bo, right now in Iron Man, they're doing the secret origin of Tony Stark.
Yes,
and that storyline's getting ready to wrap up.
Yes, it is about the end.
It's getting ready to wrap up. What comes next?
There'll be another arc called The Best Offense, and the first two issues will be drawn by Greg Land, who's coming back to the book just for the first two issues. And then Hulk's Carlo Pagulayan is going to take over the book after that. And we've already learned of the secret origin of Tony Stark. Tony Stark was genetically engineered.
Oh, thanks,
why
Dad.
he's so damn smart.
Thanks, Dad.
Now, the second year of Iron Man, which will be done by Kieran Gillen, will take place on Earth, and it'll show us what Tony Stark's been doing, because once, Gillen took over, Tony spent most of his time out in space.
Yeah, he's been
He's
away.
back to Earth going, okay, I learned a whole bunch of stuff, let's apply this to reality and see what I can get out of it. Even though I'm still genetically engineered.
And he's still genetically engineered. Okay. That's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more Marvel news. Go to Source website. Check out the Marvel news. Bo sends me that post up there. Bo!
Sarah,
take it.
Who is not genetically engineered, was made the old-fashioned way. Tell us.
The initial shock wears off after a while. www.myalternatereality.com.
Go to Store's website. Check out all the news that Bo sends me. I post up there. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Bo saying, I forgot to mail my tax return.
Then you better get going, son. Bye!
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.